Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living To Do's review of Married at First Sight. Where are they now? What I can say is this episode was MAFS really trying to make something out of nothing. There was no need for this. Not much went on at all. It just didn't. More exciting news came out of Essence, where some of the guys from previous seasons was at Essence this weekend, including Miles Williams, and he informed everybody that he is now separated from Karen, and that's really sad. I know he suffers from depression and whatnot, severe depression if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I hate to see that they didn't make it. I know she was at Essence. I saw a video of her over the weekend, so they're both there, and I know they both live in Louisiana. But it was good to see the other guys there. Eris was there, and Shaquille, and Vincent, and Woody, and they had a picture of them all together, so that's cool. But that was more interesting than what went on in this episode, because nothing did. They basically got together, all the couples, and they were going to celebrate Shaquille and Eris's birthday. That was the reason for the trip. And we learned that Dominique, she's dating a man who's a year younger than her. Clint is dating a woman, and Nicole approves of it. I believe Clint lives in the same building as does Nicole and Chris. So Nicole approves of this lady. She's very nice. Clint has a picture framed of her in his house, and they have dropped the L bomb, he said. So things are looking good for Clint. He's a good guy. He was going to bounce back. Someone was going to pick him right on up. Shaquille says that he's dating, but nothing serious. Shaquille moved to Texas, Austin, Texas, and I guess he flies back and forth. I don't know what for in Nashville, but he's doing okay. Gina is dating a man that she used to know 10 years ago, so she's going back to someone who she knows. That's good. We did find out that Kirsten and Shaquille had a date, kind of a date. I guess it was a group date, and everybody else in the group left and just left them there. So it was kind of a date. The castmates talk about receiving hate mails and, messages, DMs from people. They didn't like them on the show for whatever reason. What they said did look like they were just talking about all kinds of things. And I just thought to myself, does MAFS do anything, offer some type of class or a session with someone to deal with the negative response they might receive? Because I don't think everybody can handle that well. And, some people appear strong, but when you get messages coming at you that you're this, you're that, or talk about your appearance, not everybody can handle that. Doesn't matter your age. Sometimes that can get to you. The group was, they had a good time with each other at this retreat. They played some drunken games that Clint made up, and they seemed to have a good time, but it wasn't really TV worthy. There was a scene with Gina and Mac. Mac flew in from Michigan to be here, and we learned that they never had their second date. I don't know whose fault that was. I guess he didn't know how she really felt. She didn't really pursue him, so that kind of just fizzled. And I don't think Mac is dating anyone, but he shared that people are definitely in his DMs. They had a 5-course meal that Clint made that represent each dish was going to represent one of the couples, and it looked very gourmet. I don't know if he went to culinary school, but he does it up in the kitchen, and it looked really good. Good job. And then they were talking about one another at the dinner, appreciating one another. And Eris got real vulnerable talking about Shaquille, that it was his dog, you know, and he was able to open up to him and even the group. But he thanked Shaquille for his friendship, basically, and he teared up a little bit. So, you know, it was interesting too. He says he's not really dating. I don't know if he's just sleeping around, or maybe he grew up and he just wants to be with himself for a while and to figure out what he really wants. If he's maturing late in life. I think this was his 40th birthday that they were celebrating. At the end, when they all left, there was a scene with Shaquille and Kirsten, and Shaquille believes there's something there. I believe they would get back together again. I'm not sure if it's the right thing for them, but I think Kirsten is kind of thinking about it, and Shaquille is too. They just seemed like they wanted to be closer than what they were. That's what I think. It was, I don't know, the show, it just didn't need to happen. And I think next week they're just going to be talking about old clips of previous seasons. It doesn't look like I'll be watching that one. It just looks very, very boring. One other thing that happened was Dominique, she told the group, mainly the girls, that she felt left out. I guess because she left the relationship early, that when they have get-togethers and things like that, they kind of leave her out. She just feels left out with everything there, so they didn't connect with her because she didn't spend as much time with the girls in the group. They didn't have too many scenes with Jasmine and Eris, so I don't know how cool their relationship is. She didn't seem like her bubbly self either. So I don't know if she was just over this and wanted to get back to her guy. They were staying at the retreat, and often all of them didn't stay there overnight, or they would come back and forth. So it must not have been too far from where they're centrally located. But that was it. There was really nothing going on with this show. I guess I'll be reviewing it next season whenever that starts, but that is it for now. I know it was a drag of a season. I'm glad it's over. So catch me next season, but that's it for now. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. But I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.